The prisoner's dilemma. Two criminals are arrested for robbing a bank. Unfortunately, the police don't have enough evidence to convict them of the bank robbery, only enough to convict them of the lesser charge of carrying a weapon. So, the police put the two criminals into separate rooms to interrogate. Separately, the two prisoners are each given the following options. Option 1. If A testifies against B and B remains silent, A will walk free and B will get 10 years in prison. Option 2. The other way round. If B testifies and A remains silent, then B will walk free and A will get 10 years in prison. Option 3. If both prisoners betray each other and testify, they will each get 6 years in prison. Or option 4. If both prisoners remain silent, the police won't have enough evidence, so they'll each get 1 year in prison for the lesser charge. What do the prisoners do? We can display all of the outcomes in a payoff matrix that looks like this. So within the matrix, we can see the results of what happens if A stays silent and B stays silent, or if one stays silent and the other testifies, or if both testifies. And in each box, the bottom left is A's prison sentence, and the top right is B's prison sentence. Looking at these, you can see that individually, the best option for either criminal is to betray the other one and testify. This gives that prisoner the best option regardless of what the other one has done. So for example, if B stays silent, staying silent for A would get him 1 year in prison for prisoner A, whereas betraying and testifying would reduce that prison sentence for A down to 0. Likewise, if B had betrayed A and testified, then A staying silent would give A 10 years in prison, while betraying and testifying would reduce that down to 6. So each time A changes his decision from staying silent to betraying and testifying, his prison sentence gets reduced. And the same thing happens for B. Based on this logic, it's highly likely that both prisoners will betray the other, going for the shorter sentence. So we've seen that by following the individual logic, the best options for A and B were to betray the other one, hence they'll both get 6 years in prison. But is this the best option overall? Looking at our payoff matrix, we can see that the best option for both would have been to stay silent and both get 1 year in prison. So we can see that by following the individual logic, they've ended up with a worse sentence, both getting 6 years, than if they trusted each other, both stayed silent, and just taken the 1 year each.